Traveling Introvert. Today, I'm going to tell you a little story. Basically, I have a podcast. This is now obvious. However, there are podcasters on the wave up and people want to get on podcasts to grow their brand or to promote their latest book or their latest course or whatever it might be, which is great. It is a great way to build your brand and to build backlinks and SEO for your website, and that is a good thing. However, right now there are a lot of PR companies also jumping on this bandwagon because one of the things is, you do book tours and now you do podcast tours. That's sort of a thing that you can do to grow your brand. And so a lot of PR agencies are touting that they can help you get onto podcasts, which is great. And some are very good at it. However, recently I got contacted by a PR agency and they said, hey, we have this particular client. They also basically do the same thing that you do. And we think they'd be great for your podcast. Also, this person can talk about the following topics. And it was literally like, what is an introvert and things like that. And there were some typos and, they signed off. They gave me the person's name and they signed off as the PR agency. And normally I ignore these, because I get a lot of them. I get a lot of requests on LinkedIn or on the email, at janice@thecareerintrovert.com, sort of, hey, this person would be great for your show. And a lot of the time I ignore it, but this time I wanted to do something different. So I looked up the person that they were talking about and I found their contact details. And then I decided, okay, maybe I can help this PR agency in what they're trying to do. And so I sent an email to the PR agency copying their client. And I said, hey, thanks for reaching out. However, it appears you didn't do any homework, or at least listen to one of my episodes. Because if you did, you would have noticed that, oh, wait, I'm not an interview podcast. And I know there are a lot of podcasts out there that are that sort of a thing, but I am not. Not only that, you didn't really have good topics for the person to talk about. There wasn't a good angle. You didn't tell me what they could bring to my audience, should I have been an interview podcast. And you didn't provide me social media links. I had to then go and search information on this particular client. So if you are looking to get this client on other podcasts, I highly suggest that you do the following. And I gave them a bullet pointed list of things that they might want to consider. Not the entire list, but things that would point them in the right direction. And so the problem here is, obviously it was a copy and paste email, and I get that because they're probably emailing like a bunch of people, but at the same time, just doing the tiniest amount of research would have, yielded better numbers. Because it's not about the quantity of like emails that you spam out. It's the quality of the emails. And I said to them, hey, if you just listen to one of my episodes and said, hey, I really like this episode you did on this and this, or if they'd actually researched me and noticed how many other podcasts I had been on, they could have been like, oh, hey, you were really good on this podcast. Could you introduce us to that podcaster so we could get our client on there? But they didn't. They missed out on so many different ways that they could have approached us. They could have talked about the book. Like, oh, we really enjoyed the book. Maybe you'd like to, interview our person for the next series. But they didn't. And so because PR agencies are generally used to dealing with television or authors, and they just don't have the nuance required for podcasting, because podcasting is very personal. The podcasters who have their podcasts, generally, it's their baby. It's something they're very proud of and they put a lot of hard work into, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's really important that you get that personal connection, or at least, make the effort to make that personal connection. Follow them on Facebook or Instagram or what have you, and then reach out to them. Cold emailing can work because they're like, oh my God, this, amazing person emailed me. But at the same time, put a little bit of frickin' effort in. So PR agencies, if you are listening, just the tiniest things can make a huge difference, and how that email could have gone so differently for that PR agency and for that fellow introvert. It so happened that I carbon copied that person, and so they reached out to me directly because they saw the email that I had sent to their PR agency. And obviously they're paying that boutique agency a lot of money for not quality work. So if you want to be on a podcast, make sure you personalize your email, show your value, and include your social media links, please. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening. This is Janice at thecareerintrovert.com. Please send me emails of questions you would like me to answer live on the podcast. Have a great rest of your week.